Hi guys, welcome today. Today we'll be discussing on how to make use of Revit software. Whether you're an engineer, student, or an architect, you should stick around as we proceed. So this video is going to be part two of our class. So in part one, we have actually handled some things. So we have actually handled the introduction part, and also we have done the basics, we have done setting of the unit and some others. So please, if you missed the previous video, do well to go back and watch it. So if this is your first time of coming to this channel, please do well to subscribe. We'll be uploading videos like this every weekend, every day, sometimes every day. So do well to stick around so that you learn on how to make use of Revit. So we'll be doing classes on how to make use of product structure and some other softwares. As an engineer, you'll be able to like get used to it and knows how to use it. Understand? It's going to advance you in whatever you are doing. So in this class, we'll be taking care of how to do the architectural modeling. Here we'll be bringing out the we'll be designing the building. So at this stage, so do well to stick around, and please do well to subscribe. Yes. So as we proceed, on the previous video that we did, we save it. So I'm going to click on it. So this is the video. This is the sorry, the class. So as it's opening, so on our previous video, there are some during setting our unit, there are some things that we skipped. So I noticed it when I was watching the video. So I would like to like touch it before we proceed. So what is that? So give me some time. Still opening. Okay, before this is the building, the sketch that I want us to work on. So we are going to recreate this exactly like this. So I want us to take it easy and make it simple. So I want us to recreate this. It's not clear. I actually download it online. So I want us to recreate this. So we are going to keep it and recreate it exactly. So please do well to stick around so that you're able to understand every step you are going to take and get to the finishing of this modeling. So, okay, we are going back to Revit. As you can see, we are on Revit right now. So on this Revit, nothing is already done so far. Nothing is already done so far. So we just set the unit. So first of all, I'll be going back to unit. How do you do that? Just type in unit, it will bring you direct to this place. Here, go back to common. On common, you see that everything is already set. Our angle is on degree, our area is on meter square, our cost per area in our cost per area is in meter square too. Then we still have distance, it should be in millimeter. Please do well to use this digit grouping and symbols so that whenever you are doing your dimension, it will be showing in millimeter, whether it's in meter or something. So we skip the slope. Slope is very much important in case when you are designing the roof. So you have to like click on the slope and change it to degree. I prefer using degree in everything. So change it to degree, use symbol. So whenever you are indicating it to show the symbol, use digit grouping. So okay, we are then okay again. So at this stage, we have actually achieved 50% of what you are looking at. So now what next? We have created the levels which we have at, okay, let's open our elevation. Let's open our elevation. Open any of these, you will see the elevation, you will see the levels that we actually created. We have the ground level, we have the plinth, we have the DPC slab, we have the wall, we have the parapet. Like I said, it's the basic level so far. So while proceeding, we can create more in the process. So let's go to our ground floor. Just come under architectural. So you see floor plan, open your ground level. So when open your ground level, this is the place we are going to replicate the same thing. Let's minimize our screen a bit so that it will be able to contain the picture that I download, and so that we'll be able to work with it as well. We'll be able to work with it as well. So we'll be working on this platform. So, but before then, let's create the site, the topography of the area. Click on the mass and site. All you have to do is very much simple. It's very much simple. Come to this topsoil, create from a sketch or create from import. So since we don't have anything to import, you can create from a sketch. Click on it, then it will take you all the way down to this point. Then you come under this edit, click on this edit. This is where you are going to set your topography. This thing. So come under this, then click on this edit. So on this edit, you see that we have three stages. We have the earth, we have the gravel, we have the grass. Grass is the finishing, the topmost level. So we have this upgrade of gravel and we have the earth. So we can actually decide to take the thickness of these two, maybe 300, which is 1 foot, 300, another 1 foot, and maybe this one should be maybe 150, 6 inches or something. So remember that everything here is in millimeter. So we click OK. So when we click OK, we are not working on any material yet. So we click OK. After our work, we will now go on the material. So when you click OK, come to this line, choose anything that you want. Me, I prefer maybe at this stage, I would use this box. So this rectangle, it will help me to get my square. Just click on it and mark good. So all my design will actually be on top of this place. So I've created a ground level at this point. So I would like to show you guys what I create so far. So you see that we have this. This is our ground level. So whatever we are doing, we are building it on top of this platform. Okay. So we are going direct to ground level. Now, sorry, I want to show you guys something. I want to show you guys something real quick. I want to make this video to be short. Okay, you see that what you created now is actually quite below the ground level. So the top side of it is at zero level. You see, 0 millimeter level. So whatever we are building is going to be from here to the top. So let's go back to our ground level. Click here. So whatever we are creating is going to be here. So let's proceed. So remember that we have different block. So which block size are we going to use? Since it's bungalow, let's go with 6 inches, which is 150 mm. So here, go to architecture, click on wall. When you click on wall, let me expand this so that it will be more clear. You click on wall. When you click on wall, come here, the edit type, click on edit type. So here is where you're going to change or set the size of block that you're going to use, or maybe the paint that you're going to use. But we are not going to touch anything paint now. Is when after we are done, we are now going to start changing or start choosing the material we're going to use. So go to this edit, click on this edit. Under material, this is where you choose your painting. Click on the category, you change your painting. But since we are not going there now, let's leave it the way it is. So under thickness, you click on thickness. You see that we have 203 mm here, which is not, we don't actually need that size. You click on it, we are going to input 150. Here, this 150 is 6 inches mm, or we can use 6 inches block. You can use 125, which is 5 inches. You can use 225, which is 9 inches, depending on what you're designing with. Okay, you click on any place and you click on OK. When you click on OK, so the next thing is click on OK. So far we have actually done the stage of setting our block size. So what next are we going to do? So remember, come to this place, you see that we have our base constraint to be on the ground level. So where is the top constraint? Where is it going to reflect in? We want it, say unconnected. So, but we want it to be connecting to our slab, our DPC slab. Sorry, our planes. It's going to be connecting our planes. So whatever you see, so since we set it to connect our planes, the unconnected, the height of it is going to be 600 millimeter, which is what we set the difference between our ground level to our planes level. So here we'll be designing whatever we want. So first of all, you have to, on the wall, we are still on the wall, that's why you're here. So click any point, make a line, make a line like this or something. So from here, you'll be doing what's it called? Offsetting. So offsetting. So see, now we are no longer on the wall. So how do we offset? Come here on the modify. See under modify, click on modify. So this is our design. I want it to be very simple and very accessible. So coming to this bedroom, I want to make this bedroom to be a standard bedroom. So what is the standard bedroom? So sometimes you use 3.9 millimeter. or maybe 3.6 millimeter. So click on this offset here, click on offset. So come to this place, you see we have 600 here, but we are not using 600. We are going to use 3600. So this is the size of it, but when you are designing, you have to include the thickness of the wall to get so that your room size will be the exact measurement. So how do we do that? Since we are using wall of 150 millimeter, so we have to add 150 millimeter on this. So what are we going to have? 3750. So 3750. When you click on it, you come to the building. You click, go to direct to the wall, the line, wall line that you make. Click at it. You see, okay, we have actually created the second line here. We have actually created the second line here. So how do we get this one here? So come to this page. We want our room to be square. From the picture you are seeing here, you see that we have a square room. So you have to come here, come back here, click on this one. So you see that we already have this point. So all you have to do is to extend this one to this place. So you can easily do that by highlighting it and click at this point, extend it all the way to this point. So you still have different way you can do that. So one thing with all this designing software is that each person has a different way to actually get their own thing done. Is when you get used to it, when you keep using it, you now know what exactly you want, how exactly you want to be designing yourself, and how easy it's going to be for you. So you can extend in so many ways. So, but let's choose this one. So next, we have to create this bathroom. So what is going to be the size of this bathroom that we want? We want it to be of the same I want it to be of the same size of this room for this length. So what we're going to do, go back to the offset here, click on the offset. So you see that we still have 3750. So this 3750, assuming we want to like maybe edit or maybe shorten it a bit, we have to come here and do whatever we want. So but since we want to maintain this up, we click on it back. You see that we have this height already. So how do you see that our building ends here? So how do we now curtail all this line? We can use this our trim or extend. You see, I told you you can extend in so many ways. Click on it, then you trim this to this. You can actually trim this to this. You see, so we have actually achieved this and this, but still need to cut our bathroom to be like this. So what is the dimension that we want to put from here to here? So I want it to be 1.5, which is 1.5 meter. Come to this offset. Remember, I said that whenever you are offsetting, you have to add the thickness of the wall. So all you have to do is come here, write 1650, which means 1.5 for the size of the room, the toilet, and the what's it called, and 150 of thickness of the wall. So click on this. So when you click on this, now you have achieved. Click on the trim, then you trim this to this, then you trim this to this. You see, we have achieved this and this. So let's take a measurement to know if exactly what we are doing is actually right. Click on this measure, click on this measure, pick this point in to in. Here, you see that we have 1.5 millimeter, so which is normal. So this one, click in to in, you see that we have 3.6 millimeter. You see that we are good to go. But when you do something without adding the thickness of, when you create a wall without adding the thickness of the wall, when you create a room without adding the thickness of the wall, it will shorten by the thickness of the wall. So you have to know that now. Okay, let's proceed. We want our sitting room to be maybe of the same size, or maybe I want it to be a little bit bigger than the room. So remember that we have 3750 as our 3600 as the room size. Want it to be 4 meter, 4 meter, what's it called, sitting room size. So all you have to do, you have to do 4150, our thickness of the wall. Come direct to this one, click on it. So it's a little bit bigger. You see that we have actually achieved this thing so far. Sorry, we have actually achieved this thing so far. So all we have to do is trim, go to the trim, click on it, trim this to this. We have achieved the square that we have here. So we have achieved the square that we have here. So now what is the next? We have to like put you have to create this porch right here. So I want this from this distance from here to here to be 1.5 meter or 1.2 meter would be okay. So come back to this our offset. So here is an external offset. So external wall offset. So how do we do that? We don't have to add the thickness of the wall here. Why? Because when we are offsetting, well, if you add the thickness of the wall, our measurement is going to start from this outside to the inside of the wall. So it's going to add extra. So since we are going to, this is outside, we are going to just do it 1, 2, since it's what we're going to do without adding thickness of the wall. Click on one, put 1, 2, then you click on it. So when you click on it, the next thing you're going to do, you trim, click on the trim, you trim, then trim this to this. Then you can trim this to this. Okay, let's take a measurement. Let me show you guys what I mean. You see that from this point to this point is now the 1, 2 that we need. So, but assuming we did actually add the thickness of the wall, what is going to happen is that it's going to be more than, it's going to be something like this, 1,350. It's still okay, depending on what you're designing, but I want it to be 1.2 meter from this external wall to this internal wall. Okay, that is next stage. So what else is to create our kitchen? So how do we create our kitchen? So I want the passage to access the bedroom and the toilet to be something like 1.2 meter will be good. So have to click on the offset. So this one is in to in. So how do we do that? You have to come here and add 150 on our 1, 2, which is going to be 1,350. So click on here to this point. You see, I was able to achieve the passage. Click on it and trim it the way we want this. So here we have actually achieved, here we've actually achieved this passage. So how do we add our kitchen? We can easily extend, we can easily extend this to this point and create our passage to be like this. So now I want to add something on this design. So because our kitchen is going to have kind of a sit out, or where you can actually for an emergency exit from the kitchen or something, a backyard pouch or something. So all you have to do is offset. Click on this offset again. Come here. I want to maintain the 1, 2. Here is the outside, so let's maintain 1,200. Since it's 1, 2, since it's outside, no, don't add the thickness of the wall. So you click on it here by this side. So you see that we have a sit out here. Go up to trim, click this to this, and click this to this. So currently we have a sit out here. We're going to have a sit out here. We are going to have a kitchen here, which our door is going to be here. So, but before then, so I want to join back all these things. Go back to trim extend. I want to join back all this like this, make it a square because we are still on the ground level, kind of foundation level. So because our block is going to come out here, when we get to this DPC level, we now know on how to do it. So you see that we actually create exactly what we have here. We are not going to add doors here. We are not going to do because we are still at the ground level. All we have to do is okay, we are closing this and we are expanding this now since we have what we need. So since we know that here is our bedroom, here is our main sitting room, here is our kitchen, here is the toilet, and here is the sit out for the front, and here is the what's it called, balcony from the back. So now all you have to do is to let's check what we create so far. Let's check what we create so far. You see that we actually create this. We have actually created this. So what's the next level? All you have to do is come back to the ground level, highlight all these things, left click and highlight all these things. Remember to remove this because this is a section that comes with the AutoCAD. All you have to do is press Ctrl C. This Ctrl C means you have copied everything here. Then you now go back to your architecture tab, then click on DPC Slab. Click on DPC Slab. So you see that here on DPC Slab, we don't have anything here. All you have to do is now go to paste here, paste, click on place, on paste, then come to align to current view. Click on it. When you click on align to current view, you see go to DPC. You see that we have two of these. So we have this and we have this. So we know this, the height of this one is not going to be, the height of this is not going to be like this. It's going to be 3,300. All you have to do is go back to DPC Slab here, click on highlight everything. So come to this point, we have our base constraint to be on DPC Slab, perfect. So we have our top constraint to be where it's going to be at wall height. Click on wall height. automatically it has turned to 3,900. So yes, so you have to press, so it's supposed to be 3,600. See, this top offset is going to be zero. It's going to be zero. So when you zero it, it will turn to 3,300. Apply. So when we come to our 3D, you see that we have actually achieved this. You see that we have actually achieved this. So, so what is the next thing? We have to start creating the openings. We have to start creating the openings so that our sit out, see our sit out is still blocked, and here is our balcony here is still blocked. So we have start creating our opening. So how do we do that? Let's do that here in 3D. You have to click on this wall here. When you click on this wall, you come here and click on this edit profile. When you click on this edit profile, okay, let me choose the front. Let me make it like this. So click online and you can click from the center of this wall to this point. Then you now, what is the thickness of your drop, your beam here, dropping beam? What is the thickness that you want it to be? You can do your design here. So here you can do offset. What do you want it to be? 600 is perfect, 450 is perfect. Any design that you want to, as far as it's going to stand for perfect. So offset this line downward, click on the trim this to this, then trim this to this, and trim this to this. Then mark good. So you see that here we already have an opening. We already have an opening right here. So we want to create the same thing on this side. So let's highlight this external wall, go to edit, click our line, trim this to this. So then go to offset, we're offsetting this, we trim this to this to this, and this one to this one, mark it good. So you see that we are able to achieve the opening from this point to this point. But I want to remove this wall too. I want to open this side too and also open this side too. So click on this, click on edit wall profile, edit wall profile, click on line, click any edge, extend it to this point, making sure it's straight, offset, click this to this, offset it, use trim this to this, trim this to this, trim this to this, mark it good. So we're able to achieve this. So let's do the same thing on this. Let's do the same thing on this as fast as possible. The video is becoming long, but maybe you can cut it in different parts. Edit, edit, you click on line. Choose any part of this wall here. Make sure that it's straight. Click on it. Then offset. We are maintaining the 600 dropping. Click on it. Then you trim this to this to this to this. So mark good. So you see that at this stage, we are able to create these openings here. So our sitat is ready, our balcony here is ready. So let's go back to the ground level side. See that we have this. Sorry, now we are working on the DPC slab. So we are past the stage of ground level. So here on the DPC is where we're going to be doing the necessary things because our door is going to be on a DPC, our window level is going to be on our DPC. So this is where the basic place we want to be working on now. So working on ground level is going to make everything to be below. So we want to be working on DPC level now because now we are now on top of the building. So okay, but before that, let's create our floor. Let's create our floor for our DPC here. So how do we do that? You can go to architecture. When you go to architecture, come to this floor here, click on it. When you click on it, the next thing you're going to be have to edit. Come to edit type, then you now come direct to this place, click on it. Then the next thing you have to click on thickness. You see that we have thickness here. You can choose the thickness you want, but since we make a space for 150, 6 inches thickness of floor for a big DPC. So here we have to put in our 150 millimeter. And our category, you can choose any type or anything that you want, but we don't want to touch that for now. So let's go on click on OK. Click on OK. The next thing is to click on OK. Okay, so we want to start making our floor. You can click on our line, click on our line. So pick from any point here, click this to this edge, to this edge, to this edge, and also escape and click to this edge. The reason why I escape is that, remember we have a sit out here, we have a balcony here. So all you have to do, you have to extend our floors to go to this place. Because when you make your lines in these outside lines, click on the extend, then you click this to this, it will join. Click this to this, it will join. So mark good. When you mark good, see that we have this already. So when you go to our 3D, see, look at what we have achieved so far. So look at what we have achieved so far. See, we're able to achieve this. So the next thing is for us to open our doors and our windows. So please do well to subscribe to this channel and stick around before we in the next video we'll be creating the doors and the windows and doing some other necessary things. I want to be making this video to be short and educative at the same time. Please subscribe to this channel. So we are serious and we want to be making this video for you guys back to back. I want to be making this video for you guys back to back. Do well to stick around so that you understand the steps on how to use Revit. Thank you.